Hi, it's Angie, author of Secrets for Less Stress, life coach and consultant for small business owners and full-time RVer, coming at you today with just a little piece of, I'll call it advice, life experience advice. First of all, coming at you from the RV. It's a little warm here today, and I just had to close all the windows because they're mowing outside, so there's probably going to be some weird outside noises, and I got the fan in the back just to make it so I'm not sweating while I'm talking to you. Anyway, if you've been experiencing, like, I'll admit, I'm teaching from my personal experiences, when you just feel like you're in a funk and things are kind of not going your way, and whether it be your relationships or at work, or even feeling good about yourself, that can eat away at your your well-being, because that sort of stress sucks like none other. Anyway, so if you've been feeling that way, like your confidence is in yourself and your abilities, and even finding any kind of happiness in your life, I'd like to give you a little piece of advice that honestly worked for me, because even though this is an awesome lifestyle of freedom and we're in such beautiful places, Idaho is so gorgeous. The wildflowers are blooming everywhere. Anyway, my confidence kind of dropped to a low that it hasn't been in a long time. And when things happen to me like that, I have a tendency to reflect and go back and try to remember the last time that I felt good about myself, or I felt confident or joyful, or like I could conquer the world. So if you're in that kind of a situation, I'd just like to share with something that kind of worked for me. And that, in the short note, is to go out and do something that reminds you what confidence feels like to you. So that one thing that you know for sure you can do, that one thing that gives you a sense of power or accomplishment, strength. I can't even think of another word for it, but if you don't know me, again, my name's Angie. I was a professional show horse groom for over 20 years before I got into the corporate world in sales, and eventually moving into consultancy and life coaching, through a whole lot of other things, growing my faith through meditation, and it's all in the book. Anyway, I wanted to keep this one short, but I hadn't sat on a horse, being that was my career for 20 plus years. What I went to college for, animal science, specialize in equine studies. But it was the one thing, I think, because I did it for so long, that I knew without a doubt I was freaking good at. And since my career with the horses, I have been changing and changing and changing and changing. And the one thing that I've always missed is knowing for sure that I was really freaking good at something, like without a doubt. So what I did after 8 years of not touching a horse, I went horseback riding. And I don't want to say it's like riding a bike, but it was like riding a bike. Once I got in the saddle, and I just knew for sure, like, safety and security. Like, it was just one of those wonderful guided trails, which we were going through the mountain here in Island Park, Idaho. It was beautiful at Harriman State Park. But it reminded me what that confidence was. Just in my heart, in my mind, and in my body, like everything in my being just felt strong and right and there. And just the release of anxiety and fear and everything, just going back to that comfort zone. All the gurus talk about getting out of your comfort zone and all of that. Well, if you're constantly out of your comfort zone, I can eat at you. You really have to be ready to be out of your comfort zone for a long time. So there's something to be said about like reminding yourself what comfort feels like. And that strength and that like 100% knowing that like you got this for yourself. And for me, it was in my muscles. It was in my like in my aura. It was just everything. It was all encompassing once I got on that horse and really started to allow my body to relax and enjoy. And it was just like, even I was able to close my eyes and just smell the air and fully experience that feeling again. And when I got off the horse after I'm 51 and not 52 yet, 51, and just this overwhelming feeling of confidence and balance in my being was so wonderful, and I just wanted to share it with everyone. And horseback riding isn't everybody's thing, but there's something that everybody has. Even if it's going for a walk, even if it's, if it's drawing, a painting, or cooking, or getting on a motorcycle if you haven't been on one in a long time, or, computer programming for some people, playing games, sports, anything. If you have a good friend that just helps ground you, like, those are the things. And like, if you've been out of your comfort zone for a long time, and it's funny, this is a total riff. This whole video is a total riff. Yeah, I've been out of my comfort zone for a really long time, and just doing the one thing in my comfort zone was a reminder that, I still have that in me, and now I can carry that confidence into the out of my comfort zone activities, which this is one of them, coming on YouTube, just talking to people. My true passion is to help, I will say women, because I am a woman and I can teach better through my own personal experiences, but I have worked with male entrepreneurs as well. But my passion is to help small business owners live their best life with less stress. So that is within their business and outside of their business. Like, it's everything. Like, if you're a business owner, it's, your personal life does get involved. And if there's things going on in your personal life that's stressing you out, it hurts your business. If there's things going in your business that stresses you out, it hurts you personally. But a year and a half ago, many years ago, I was called to write a book. Every time I'd go for a walk, it was like God was saying, write this down, write this in. You got to do it. You got to write a book. You got to write a book. So past Christmas, I did publish Secrets for Less Stress on Amazon. So I will put the link to that in the description below. And that is the secrets for less stress are stop being so hard on yourself and become the CEO of your life. That's the short version of the of the book. But I will be going further into that in other videos. But this video really is for anyone that is feeling low, feeling stressed, and is just looking for the one thing that they could do today that will make them feel better. And I just want to encourage you to just ask yourself, when was the last time I felt good? When was the last time I had fun? When was the last time I was so confident in myself and so just really, it's hard for me to even come up with the words, but anyway, find that thing and go do it. Go do it. And do it at any cost. You will not regret it. It will light you up and bring you back to like, yes, okay, now I know the feeling. Thank you, God, for showing me the thing that reminds me of what it feels like to be me and be strong and be confident and step into this world with total conviction that I am carrying out my purpose, my passion, in every interaction. When you start feeling small and sinking away from everything that is a part of your goals and a part of the kind of life you want to live, then you need to do a little reset. And this is something that really helps with a reset, is go out and find that one thing that makes you feel awesome and go do it. For me, it was a 2-hour horseback ride in the woods. Find your thing and go do it. Anyway, like I said, I do look at my notes. These are totally unedited. If you'd like more details on living your life with less stress, check out my book on Amazon. I'm putting the link in the description. And please like and subscribe, hit the little bell, like and subscribe, all of that fun stuff if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Also, comment if you have any questions. All right. Thanks so much. You all go out and have a great day.